to the International Desk. I'm Lynda Kinkade. The US president is defending his son after the bombshell release of Donald Trump Jr.'s emails about his meeting with a Russian. In a tweet President Trump posted Wednesday morning, he said Donald Jr. was open, transparent and innocent in a Tuesday night appearance on Fox News. He called revelations of the 2016 meeting the greatest witch hunt in political history. In the Fox News interview, Trump Jr. described the meeting as opposition research, but said that looking back, he would have done things differently. Well, Russia's top diplomat is talking about that very meeting. I want to bring in our Matthew Chance from Moscow. Matthew, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov again denying that Russia played any part, and you sounded quite blown away by how much interest there is in it here.
Yeah, and I think it's another example, Lynda, of how the Russian government uses the same kind of language when it comes to talking about the allegations against the Trump administration in terms of collusion with the Russian authorities, and of course in terms of the allegations against Russia itself that it meddled in the US political process. But of course Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, is a very shrewd political operator, and he knows very well that this issue that has been raised in these latest revelations cuts to the heart of the US-Russia relationship and cuts to the heart at the moment of US domestic politics as well. But nevertheless, he's come out again and said, look, this is astonishing. He was surprised, called it a wild. He's called it wild when he saw the extent of the coverage on this latest issue, implying that he thought it was exaggerated and making, in the words of, I suppose, the Trump lawyer, much ado about nothing. Take a listen to what Sergei Lavrov had to say.
I was astonished when I found out that a Russian attorney is accused, or Donald Trump Jr. is accused of talking to a Russian lawyer. This sounds crazy to me. When you talk to a lawyer, how can this be a problem? How can this pose a threat to someone? I just found out from news on TV. I watched my TV last night, and this morning I turned on my TV again, and this is all what Western networks are talking about. It's amazing how serious people can turn a fly into an elephant. Maybe there is even no fly there.
A fly into an elephant, I suppose the idiom in English would be a mountain out of a molehill. But again, it falls into that category of remark, of response from the Russians, that basically this is all overplayed. And again, the Kremlin and the Foreign Ministry have been trying to put as much distance as they can from themselves and this latest revelation in the United States about this meeting with the Russian lawyer, with Donald Trump Jr. The Kremlin saying earlier today that it reminds us of a TV show that drags on a little too long. And so, again, they're dismissing this latest revelation in the most colourful terms that they can.
Yeah, they certainly are. And Matthew, you also managed to corner the Russian lawyer at the centre of this. We've seen the email chain where it said that she was going to hand over compromising information on Hillary Clinton. What did she tell you?
Well, first of all, she said that she had no such compromising information to hand over to members of the Trump campaign, despite the fact that those explosive emails reveal that Donald Trump Jr., at least, was very keen to hear sensitive information from her. She says that the meeting, as far as she was concerned, was all about her lobbying for the repeal of the Magnitsky Act, which is a bit of US legislation designed to punish US officials who are suspected of human rights abuses and of corruption. She's also concerned about re-establishing, she says, the ability of US families to adopt Russian children, something that was stopped by the Kremlin in response to the Magnitsky Act. We caught up with Veselnitskaya. Natalia Veselnitskaya is the name of the lawyer, just after, that these emails were made public by Donald Trump Jr., which said which confirmed that he believed that she was a member of the Russian government, or at least sent by the Russian government. Take a listen to what she had to say.
When it was suggested that I meet with Donald Trump Jr., I met him in a private situation. It was a private meeting, not related at all to the fact that he was the son of the candidate. And the whole story which I had was spelled out. It was the same for everyone, including for Donald Trump Jr., who, having listened to my story, didn't understand, based on our conversation, how he could help me.
All right, well, the Kremlin also distancing themselves again, I say, from this latest incident, saying they don't even know who Natalia Veselnitskaya is. She certainly wasn't sent by them to Trump Tower.
Good work, Matthew Chance, getting that interview with her. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Well, Donald Trump Jr. says he took that meeting with a Russian lawyer after a request from a familiar name. No one he associated with scandal, but with sequence. Our Alex Marquardt reports on the beauty pageant behind it all.
Well, this will be a great one, there's no question, because of the fact that it's Miss Universe in Moscow.
In November 2013, Donald Trump was in Russia to host the Miss Universe pageant. At his side, his business partner for the pageant, fellow billionaire and real estate developer Aras Agalarov. Just days before, Agalarov had been awarded one of Russia's highest honors by Vladimir Putin himself. And now Agalarov, along with his pop star son Emin, were hobnobbing with Trump, who later told Russian reporters he was considering a run for president.
Well, a lot of people want me to run, and a lot of people want to see a different approach.
The origins of Donald Trump Jr.'s controversial meeting with lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya can all be traced back to the Miss Universe pageant. Noah Kirsch has covered Trump's business ties for Forbes magazine.
Emin Agalarov decided he wanted the most beautiful woman in the world to be in his music video. That led him to a meeting with Miss Universe organization, which eventually, he says, led him to an invitation from Donald Trump himself.
An invitation to the Miss USA pageant in Las Vegas, where they reportedly brokered the deal to host the Miss Universe competition later that year in Moscow. The Agalarovs claim they spent $20 million on the event.
So we're going to be there November 9th in Moscow. And come on up here, folks. Where are you? Where are my partners? Where are my very powerful, very rich, very nice, great people?
With them in Vegas, Emin's British publicist, Rob Goldstone. A few days later, Trump wondering aloud on Twitter, do you think Putin will be going to the Miss Universe pageant in November in Moscow? If so, will he become my new best friend? He didn't attend, but Putin reportedly sent a present for Trump, and Emin Agalarov performed.
On a night like this.
After Trump tweeting the Agalarov father, I had a great weekend with you and your family. You have done a fantastic job. Trump Tower Moscow is next. Emin was wow. The relationship grew. Trump even appeared in Emin's music video.
Emin, wake up. Come on. What's wrong with you?
We know that Emin Agalarov spent time at Trump Properties, that he received a personalized video message from the president on his 35th birthday. And I know from my conversation with him that, at least according to Emin Agalarov, this relationship extended up to and past the November election.
So when the message came via Rob Goldstone that Emin Agalarov wanted Donald Jr. to meet a Russian government attorney, he likely assumed it was coming from trusted friends. Today, the Agalarovs' new lawyer claiming Goldstone's email was utterly inconsistent with what our understanding was of the purpose of the meeting, telling CNN Goldstone is out of his element in writing these emails and having these communications. Alex Marquardt, CNN, New York.
Well, still to come, some said this photo held the key to Amelia Earhart's disappearance. But new evidence is countering that claim. We'll have that story just ahead. Stay with us.